Yo guys, what is going on? It's your boy Fxtch here, back with a brand new YouTube video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys how you can actually find the perfect sensitivity within Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 5. You know, literally 2 days ago I dropped a video talking about both high sense and low sensitivity and almost comparing them and telling you guys what I believe is personally the best. So this video is kind of just an extension to that. What I'm going to be doing is elaborating on what I mentioned in that video, and then also helping you guys with actual methods now on how you can actually find almost the perfect sensitivity. Now if you go ahead to enjoy this video in any way, shape or form, the least you can do for me is drop a like. Literally takes 2 seconds, really to support the channel. You can also go the extra mile and subscribe with post notifications turned on, therefore you never miss an upload just like this. You know, I haven't actually mentioned this yet, I'm going to mention it in a video, but you know, I've just hit 75k subscribers and I'm getting really close now to 80,000. I've probably actually hit it by the time this video is uploaded, but my goal is right now is to hit 100,000 subscribers before my birthday, which is on the 1st of February. So yeah, any subs would mean the world. So getting straight into this, the first method as to how you can basically help yourself find the best sensitivity is going to be the good old and natural trial and error process. Now I know that sounds super boring, but it's honestly, I do think it's probably one of the best ways to find a sense, right? And you know, if you're confused what I mean by trial and error, basically that just means try things, and if I guess they don't work, you don't enjoy that sensitivity, try something else and just keep trying more and more sensitivities, right? I mentioned 2 videos ago, you know, when I made the video about high sense versus low sense. At the end of the day, morally, it's all subjective and everyone prefers a different sensitivity. You know, maybe you can use a similar or even the same sensitivity as your friend and you both like it, but it doesn't always work like that, right? Everyone is different. Everyone has, I don't know, even like factors such as a lighter mouse that could really factor into things. Your mouse pad, like people have different material mouse pads. People have different, I don't know, mouse room. They don't have as much surface area to move their mouse. That can literally affect your sensitivity, and it may mean you have to use either a higher or low sensitivity. And yeah, that stuff people don't really think about, but it really does factor. It really does mean the most. That's why you can't just simply copy, I don't know, Fxtch's sensitivity or Booga's sensitivity, because natural things within their gaming setups, their environment really do change that. And also just them as a person, that's their sensitivity. It's for them. Get your own sensitivity. And now again, that may annoy some people. I'm not trying to say you can't use Booga's sensitivity and still play well, but honestly, you don't really want to just magpie off all the pros. Like, copying their sense isn't going to make you equally as good as a game. It isn't their sense that makes them like the best player in the world or how good they are, like based on their skill level. Of course it has a huge play on that, but it all comes down to personal preference. And yeah, it's not personal preference if you're just copying sensitivities. So basically what I'm getting at here, yeah, just simply trial and error, try out like a ton of different sensitivities. Even if you do have to copy, alter them a bit. Like what I would recommend is, I mentioned this like again 2 videos ago, but start at like a medium, like a mid sensitivity. For example, I think a good one would be 400 DPI and 20% X and Y. I feel like that is like the perfect middle sense. Like it's not exactly like bang dot in the middle of a textbook medium sensitivity, but it's just about there. You know, it's not considered low sense, it's not considered high sense. Maybe start there and work your way either up or down and see what you prefer. It really doesn't have to be rocket science. And now guys, moving on to method number 2, it'd be to actually try out a map. Yeah, you heard that right. There's a literal Fortnite creative map which can help you find the best sensitivity. Now, this is the code right here on screen. I guess I'll put it in the description. Shout out to a guy called Teadoh who actually made this map and originally made a video about this map. I think it has about 13k views, so you know, I'm just pushing this out to my audience as well. Of course, some of you guys may have already seen this map. If so, you can just skip this method. But yeah, shout out to Teadoh. I'll link him down below. But this is the map code. Put it in your creative if you want to load it. And now simply, once you've joined the world, just start the game here. This is actually like, it's a super simple map. Like that's what I like about this. It isn't any harder than it needs to be. But what you want to do is when you load in, just pick the common like basic weapons you'll be using for the meta of Fortnite you are like referring to. So in this case, Chapter 2 Season 5, we want I guess a scar. We can maybe pick up snipers. I don't think it's really necessary. I mean, we got tax. I haven't really been playing the game, so I don't really know the meta a whole load. But yeah, once you pick your weapons, come over to here, and this is optional. Teadoh basically gives you some popular settings. So as it says down here, these are common settings used by pros. Basically, if you, I guess, want to use any of these settings to start off as your almost base sensitivity, you can do so. So these are just like your average basic sense, and you can magpie that and change your sensitivity to either one, whether you're, I don't know, controller, keyboard, and then it'll help you start out and find what works best. You know, it's kind of what I already mentioned about like finding that medium sense and then working your way either up or down. It's it's a similar thing. This is also a medium sense. But yeah, once you have your sensitivity set, what you want to do is there are going to be a few portals in front of you. So you have long range, hip fire, vertical, horizontal, hip fire again, and crosshair. Now these over here are for you controller players, and these are for you guys on keyboard and mouse. So basically what you're going to do is just make your way through them, and there is a rule for this. Basically, if you're missing your shots, you just want to change the sensitivity because it just isn't right. And yeah, I'd honestly just stick to that. But you know, you're obviously going to miss the odd shot. My aim is trash. But yeah, this is just almost to practice and see what you like best. So yeah, just give it a try. You know, you can start here, time yourself and such, but I'm going to go back to the lobby. We're going to go into the next one, which is hip fire. But yeah, you know, this is hip fire. You can, I guess, use a shotgun if you want, but I'd recommend using your AR, which is obviously preferred. As you can see, I got cracked aim. But let's go to the long range. Let's see my long range aim. This is really hard. I can't even lie. Look at this guy. Look how he's running. But yeah, now assuming you've practiced your aim, you've got your sensitivity altered almost for the best aim, like hip fire, all of that, ADS. Now it's just time to free build. So there is a little free build portal, and yeah, you can basically just go in here, and I can't build right now. But yeah, you go in here and you just free build, you know, give your new sensitivity a try and see if you like it. And now finally, the third and final method I'm going to mention in this video. I'm over in my own creative world right now. I recommend you do the same. Just learn to a random creative world. You can even do it in the map I just mentioned if you're going to try out all these methods. But what you're going to do, learn to a creative world, place a wall like so. You may be thinking,
bro, where is this going? Why am I in a random cave world? Place an wall.
Just trust me. Place a wall, edit a door, literally edit a door, open the door. And now what you're gonna do is, as you can see, like a door has like, it's like, I don't even know what it's called. Like the planks of wood that come across. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the third one. So just in between the third and second one here. So literally just, okay, I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be. Right here, right where my cursor is, kind of put your cursor in a similar position. And what you're gonna do is, this is gonna be almost your target in a sense, right? You wanna be aiming for this right here. Now, of course, we just place a door to make this easy. You don't exactly have to place a door. What we're gonna do is, again, start off on like a medium sense and just see if it works. But basically what we're going to be doing here is using the PSA calculator method. Now, I did mention this in the last video I made on this, but I'm just gonna dumb it down a little bit. But basically what we're gonna do, before we go on the calculator, we need to find our base sense. And to do that, what you wanna do is move your mouse from one side of your desk almost, or like the room you have. So you have your surface area, your mouse pad. So in this case, I'm gonna be moving mine from one side of my mouse pad to the other side, basically until I have no more room, right? So I can physically no longer move my mouse. That's what you're gonna do. Just move your mouse until you can no longer do so, right? I'm gonna do it right now, and right here, so I'm a little bit off, but I can no longer move my mouse. That's it. I've did almost a full 360, a little bit over, but I can no longer move my mouse. This does actually go to show now that my sensitivity is fairly good, fairly an optimized good sensitivity. But for some of you guys, what would have happened there is when you actually move your mouse from one end to the other, you probably went really far and you probably got to like this point and you still have so much room to move your mouse, right? That's an issue because that means your sensitivity basically isn't the best it can be, or considered the perfect sensitivity. The goal here is to move your mouse from almost one end to the other and just do basically a perfect 360 and then back in this spot here. And now to help you with this, what we're going to be doing is using this right here, the PSA calculator. I've already mentioned this. Super simple. Once you've done, my screen's blacked out here, but once you've done your first one, and I don't know, maybe you got here, you got over here, you did way over a 360, maybe you didn't even make a full 360, and you didn't actually get to the door before you like basically ran out of room. That doesn't matter right now. All you have to do is just that exact sensitivity. You need to put that now into this calculator here. So let's say in my case, it's 22. You want to put 22 in. Then assuming in my case, I went a little bit over, what I'm going to do is for the iteration 1, I'm going to select lower. And now what this calculator is going to do is going to spit out more sensitivities for me to try. So assuming 22% was a little bit too high, you know, I went slightly over that 360 mark. I'm now going to try this sensitivity, which is a little bit lower, this base one here, which is 16.5. I'd go into my game. It's going to black screen for a second, but I'm on my game. I'm going to change this to literally, I won't make it dead on, but okay, I probably can. 16.5. Okay, there we go. We're going to apply that. And then now we're going to try it again. And hopefully this is a little bit better. But moving my mouse one end to the other. Okay, it was a tiny bit better, like by a fraction almost, but it's working, right? And now what I'll do here is, of course, I still need a lower sense, so I'm going to select lower again, and now it's going to give me 12.38. I'm going to copy this, or I can't even copy and paste it, but I'm going to go into my game. I'm going to now change this to 12 point, let's just round it to like 12.3, and then yeah, now we're going to try this, see if we can do a full 360. Are we gonna do it? Oh my god, I'm literally right on the edge. It's a tiny bit better. We still need lower because I'm not dead on there, but it's basically it. You get the gist. Of course, in this case, I'd now go even lower, but and I'll probably try 9, which is probably dead on. But yeah, you'll just keep going and going until you basically hit that 360 mark. But yeah, guys, with that being said, that is all I have in today's video. Like, hopefully these methods could help. Realistically, it's actually not rocket science. It's probably just a lot easier than you think. Just trial and error. Try out a ton of sensitivities. Give them all time. Like, don't just try one for 10 minutes, then move to a next. Give them a bit of time, adjust to them, and after a while you will eventually find something that just feels perfect to you. I think the issue with a lot of people is that they are very indecisive, and they're kind of like Mongraal, right? They'll just keep changing sensitivities every single day, just change sensitivities, and that is a really unhealthy habit, and you'll just never get good or settle with one sense that way. You need to give each sensitivity a bit more time, and don't make huge jumps in your sensitivity either. Like, don't go like too far up, too far low. Like, don't change your sensitivity in such big gaps. What you want to do is make micro changes, just literally little changes to your sensitivity, and trust me, you'll find gold that way. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like for me, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope everyone has an amazing day. It's been your boy Fxtch, and yeah, peace.